can't tell you how many people I've brought out for their first day of airsoft, and their biggest complaint is that they can't see their BBs. And I totally agree with this. This was my biggest complaint. Outdoor, it's a little easier, but indoor, especially in dimly lit scenarios, it's a little difficult to see sometimes. You can't really tell what you're hitting if you can't see what you're even shooting. So I think a tracer unit is really a great purchase for anybody looking to get into airsoft or who is in airsoft currently looking for an improvement. But over the last couple of years for tracer units, they really haven't changed all that much. But there hasn't really been any competition in the price department. And I think this tracer unit that we're about to talk about kind of checks all the boxes and also brings it in at a very, very competitive price. I think you guys are gonna like it. Let's get into the review. So this is the product that we'll be talking about today here. This is the T238 tracer unit RGB version BB Nerf gel ball. Epic name, by the way. But yeah, I've been using this tracer unit for the last little bit. Took it to Siege this weekend, and honestly, it performed super well. Of course, I want to try the product, get some experience with it before I promote it to you guys or anything like that. There are some pros, there are some cons, and we'll get to those. But just to let you guys know, I have gamed this for a full day of indoor CQB action, and I can honestly say it did hold up. But let's get into the nitty-gritty. So for those of you who don't know, have any idea what a tracer unit is, really it flashes a UV light or a series of LEDs, and as it passes through, you use glow-in-the-dark BBs, and it will light them up, and you can see exactly where you're shooting, and you can see them bouncing off your enemies, bouncing off walls. It's really, really fun. But also on this version, we have a muzzle flash simulator, so as the BB passes through the barrel, there are 3 LEDs on the front here that will light up whichever color you desire. And obviously the biggest comparison is going to be to the Ace Tech Bifrost, because it was kind of the first one to do this. And just so you guys know, I have thoroughly used the Ace Tech Bifrost. I love this tracer unit. I bought this with my own money. I got this one sent to me by the company. This costed me around 130 Canadian dollars, and this retails for about 50 USD, so around 65 Canadian. Just a quick kind of walk through around the unit. So you've got your thread attachment on the bottom. You can just screw it into your barrel, and it will mount just like anything else, like a suppressor or anything like that. Probably my favorite feature is it's got a button on the outside, on the side over here. So you can press that and it will turn on. I think that's actually turning on. So it'll flash like crazy and turn on. You can see the muzzle flash there. And then it's ready to go. As the BB passes through, it'll light up. And if you want, you can keep pressing the button and cycling through the different modes. So we'll just cycle through here and show you the different colors. There's a rainbow mode. There's an orange. That's really bright. I'm sorry. I just blasted myself in the face. Green, blue, or cyan, blue, magenta, white, and that might be it. Yes, and then it's back to rainbow. And then if you let it sit, it'll turn itself off, or you can just hold the button and it will turn itself off. So super user-friendly, super easy to use. Of course, we'll have some gameplay on screen so you guys can see this thing actually in action. I like to change my muzzle flash kind of throughout the day, so you'll see some different colors. Now, in terms of brightness, have I used brighter tracer units? Yeah. My brother owns the Ace Tech Brighter C, and that thing is stupid bright. It's still brighter than the Bifrost. So if you want the brightest tracer of all time, this probably isn't gonna be it. If you want the, the coolest looking tracer, probably not gonna be this. But if you want a tracer and you also want to get a couple other things, buy some BBs for the day, need a new battery, a couple more mags, comes in at just a little over 50 bucks, and yeah, it'll get you covered for the day. And go buy some tracer BBs and go have a good time. Again, I think a tracer unit is a must for all airsofters, especially if you're playing indoors. Now, my biggest gripes with this tracer unit, one being the thread. I think because this is supposed to go on a bunch of different things, you can use this for Nerf apparently and stuff like that. It's got a removable thread. So there's kind of just like a set screw in here that holds this thread in place, makes it 14mm threads for all your airsoft guns. But if that's removed, you could actually put it onto like a Nerf barrel or something like that, I guess, with that set screw and just lock it into place, which is actually kind of cool. Because if you had a gun that you couldn't thread, like a single shot shotgun, say, or something like that, that you wanted to put a tracer unit on, but it doesn't have a threaded barrel, you could do that. You could just slide it over top and put that set screw in, and you'll probably be fine. Not sure how it'll hold up long term, but you could do that. The first couple times I used it, I didn't have the set screw in far enough, like tight enough, and the thread just came right out on me. So be careful of that. Make sure you really tighten up that set screw or put some Loctite in or that sort of thing, just to make sure it's held in place well. The only other gripe, and I think this will probably go with the Bifrost, yeah, it will, is the front of these. I worry about these quite a bit. Because of the blaster module, it's got to have these LEDs shooting outwards to cast that light. So that means there's not really any protection from BBs on the front here. So I do worry about it getting shot out a little bit. I know a lot of tracer units come with either a replacement cover or like a more metal one or something like that. So just some clear plastic definitely does worry me a little bit, but it hasn't been shot out yet. Hold my breath on that. And yeah, hopefully it'll last me a long time. Also, one other really cool thing is the like vents here on the side. So the LEDs are actually right in there. So the light will kind of shine out the side a bit more. I find with the Bifrost, sometimes you're shooting and you can't even tell if you're like, is my rainbow mode going? I can't really tell. But this one, it lights up everything a whole lot more on the walls and whatnot, which isn't really a benefit in any way. It's just kind of a cool factor. So if you're getting it for those crazy muzzle flashes, that's definitely a fun one. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. There will be a link to this product down in the description down below. Yeah, I'm a big fan of it. I love tracer units. Gonna keep using this bad boy, and I will keep you guys updated on how it's going. A lot of you guys are asking about my thumb. I stabbed myself with a kitchen knife trying to open a jar for my wife. Not my brightest moment, not my proudest moment, but a moment nonetheless. So that's, if you're wondering what happened, that's what happened. I'm a total goof, and I was being dumb. So don't play with knives, kids, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.